Yeah. I'm I've got the Super Bowl hangover. I couldn't be happier about all that. Um, the things went in our favor, and they played a great game, and came out and did exactly what everybody thought they would do. Defense definitely wins championships.
Strong. Oh yeah, that was a strong defense, man.
Yeah,
They just stifled the New England
yeah,
Patriots.
yeah. I mean, it was. We have the number one scorer in the league, which is our kicker.
Yeah.
But you know what? 12, 15 points from a kicker in a game is not bad. We'll take it.
Your coach has such a great vibe.
Yeah, he's pretty quiet and very reserved. I would say he's kind of when I think of him, I think of him he as a stoic, very having some of that energy.
Yeah, I like him so much because his he doesn't come off macho.
Yeah, yeah. No,
You
that's
know,
cool. Yeah,
he comes off
it's taken a
sweet.
while for me to kind of come around to him because he just doesn't. There's not a lot. He doesn't have a very fill the room with your personality type of persona. So,
Right.
but yeah, that's okay. I mean, seems like he has a very brilliant mind for the game, and obviously, so yeah, no, it was exciting. We had a busy weekend. Got Super Bowl. My daughter did another basketball tournament. It didn't really go very well for her team this tournament, but
Can't
some
win them
more.
all.
Yeah, more good experiences and opportunities to learn and grow. And then we had our daddy daughter dance. We got to go. Had had the best date ever. Yeah. So we had a good weekend. Lots to be grateful for. Yeah.
And you look cute in your Seahawks ball cap and your Seahawks
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah. Had to rep. We'll see how many days I'll rep this week. But yeah. So
You told me previously that you have six of these jerseys.
I do, and I added one more. My wife
No,
thinks it's a bit
you
excessive.
have seven
Hey,
now.
hey, look, I've accumulated them over the past 21 years, so it's not like I got them all like one a. There was a little bit I might have been getting like one a year. I don't.
Who's
But
number 11?
oh, number 11. That's their wide receiver. Let's see,
Oh yeah, that name, Smith Nigga.
Smith and Jigba. Yeah, yeah. He's their stud wide receiver. One of the top two in the league this year. Um, he and the guy from the Rams were pretty much leading the NFL in all the receiving categories. So,
Thoroughly impressive. Well, they're the champs, and they deserve it.
woohoo!
It's marvelous. And I have my Packers jersey, but I don't wear it except for at games.
Right, right. Okay.
Yeah, and I have number 66, which is the legendary Ray Nitschke.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
So,
that's fun. Yeah,
yeah, it was given to me last year by a friend.
that's nice. That's cool.
So,
So
it's
yeah.
you and me. We don't have anybody else watching right now.
Nope, not yet. We'll see if anybody tunes in the live stream on YouTube, and if not, we will catch them on the rewind, the replay, and
Yeah, it may have been my bad that we don't have our dear friend Claire with us. I sent her the wrong link.
oh,
So
that's
Claire,
okay.
if you're watching this afterwards, sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, she looked like she was in a nice place to just enjoy the vibe, right? Like,
Yeah, she's in a coffee house in
oh,
Brooklyn.
yeah, yeah. Looked very charming. I'm jealous. I'd love to go visit Brooklyn. One of these days, I'll make that trip. Check out New York.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I'm sure we didn't intend to base a show on me and my Seahawks gear today and the win. What's going on with you? What else? What's new?
Yeah, well, we'll get into. I'm going to talk about Zen meditation today.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Before that, I've got just a little personal update. I had just such a funny thing happen to me. I told you that I got hired to do this counseling of bereaved people, bereavement counselors, counseling of bereavement counselors who get overwhelmed, beaten
Yeah.
down by the grief work that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of excited about that, but I got this job offer and I got this boss. Her name is Emily,
Mm-hmm.
and from the get go, she came off as odd.
Oh.
For instance, we had the job interview, and the it ended, and then the rest of that day, I got messages from her. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, the conversation's over. It's a job interview ends, you stop talking, right?
Right. Right.
She kept
Yeah.
talking. Um, and then she continued to talk. Um, and she's Chinese, so she was telling me about in detail about Chinese checkers or Chinese chess,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
uh, kung fu. Telling
Okay.
me I needed to start watching specific kung fu movies,
Oh.
and I was kind of interested, but not overly.
Mm-hmm.
And Tai Chi, I needed to take up Tai Chi.
Okay. I've heard great things about Tai Chi.
Me too. And I said,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get into that a little bit, but I'm doing yoga and weightlifting and walking.
Yeah.
And I also am a film noir guy, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll get around to watching a kung fu movie. But
Yeah.
then, like the next day, she's like, "Oh, did you watch a kung fu movie yesterday? No. Did you do the Tai Chi? No. What's up with that?" I'm like, "Well, I thought I was hired by you to do this counseling." Then she started harassing me about crypto coin,
Oh.
Bitcoin, cryptocurrency,
Yeah.
that I needed to invest in it. And I was
That's.
like, "Yeah, thanks." And then she started showing me, I made so much money this past uh,
Oh boy.
month. Look at what I did. I made $100,000 last month.
Oh
I was like,
geez.
nice, really nice.
Yeah.
And she says, "Why don't you get invested in this?" I'm
I
like, "No,
see where
thank
this.
you.
I see where
I'm
this is
doing my
going.
own thing." I said,
Yeah.
I'm interested in working for you. I don't really want to get all this
Uh-huh.
Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Chinese chess
Well, and
uh,
it seems very tropey, right? Like, you know,
trophy.
or yeah, like stereotypes. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm Chinese, and then to then kind of hit you with all this stuff that's, you know, there's more to Chinese culture than Chinese checkers and
Right.
kung fu and tai chi. So it's kind of like, yeah, that seems like somebody who, uh, yeah, very
And then
fishy.
she was saying, look at this purse that I bought. She showed me a
Mm-hmm.
fancy purse and say, "That's very nice."
Mm.
What am I supposed to say? Ooh, I'm so excited! I got $200,000 this week. Um, and all along, I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, that's good. But I'm working on what I'm going to provide to these
Right.
people. I don't want to be distracted by that. I'm a worker once I grind, once I get
Mm-hmm.
into the job. But she eventually started getting kind of semi-hostile, you know,
Yeah.
pushing, pushing. And I finally said, okay, enough of this. This is my private business. My investments are my private business. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
No more. She goes, okay, I'm going to stop bothering you. And then I haven't heard from her.
Right.
So I think it's over.
Yeah, that sounds like a scammer.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, all the red flags of a, a false representation scam, and they get you kind of going and say, "Oh yeah, well, tell you what, if you want to, I'm so good at managing crypto, and look what I do, how much I make. I can help you. You give me an investment of 5 grand, I get you. I bet you I can get you this, and so
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, the the they're really creative. Um, there's a lot of AI driven scamming and spoofing to target people with enough interests. So yeah, be careful with those.
Yeah. So um, I am applying for a job with emergency department of a hospital.
Okay.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
You
Would it
know,
be like a part time, on
I've
call?
got two
Uh,
options, and I said I'm available. Just look
yeah.
into it. Whatever you
Cool.
want, whatever you
Yeah.
need.
No,
So
that's
that's
good.
where I'm at.
Yeah, that's a emergency department chaplain. Uh, I've adored the chaplains I've had the privilege of interacting with at the hospital when I was floating and working in the emergency department. And of course, I mean, I saw them elsewhere in the hospital, not just when I worked in the emergency department. But yeah, incredible people, and so grateful when they're around and they can be there to support family, especially, or somebody who gets, thinks they're just coming in for something troubling that's acute and it can be fixed, and they get more scans or more findings, and they realize this is the beginning of a long haul of something with possibly poor prognosis. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, doing
So
the
that's where I'm at these weeks.
okay.
And I think I mentioned last time, but back in like mid-December,
Mm-hmm.
my meditation practice kind of hit another gear
Okay.
in the sense that 3 years, I've been meditating, 1995, 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. My wife died, and I was overwhelmed by my job and by single parenthood. And I had a
Mm-hmm.
Zen master in my neighborhood. And I went to him and I said, "Hey, man, I need some help. This is overwhelming." And he
Yeah.
helped me. He's a very
Yeah.
good friend still, although I haven't spoken to him in a while. Um, and, but 3 years ago, I decided, okay, I'm going to meditate for 1,000 hours in the next 3 years. Didn't make it, but I did make it to 920.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
solid. That's solid right there.
that's yeah, that's solid.
Yeah.
And then in December of this year, I just, like I said, I hit another gear. I just started meditating longer and more deeply, and also spending
Mm-hmm.
more of my free time reading Zen books,
Okay.
the classics. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in other words, the like from 800 years ago, translated. There's the Heart Sutra, there's the Platform Sutra, there's the Diamond Sutra. These are it's almost like scripture of Zen,
Yeah.
translated by a scholarly guy who does. His name is Red Pine. He lives in the state of Washington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Red pine.
yeah, and big Mariners fan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he writes these brilliant and very helpful commentaries. And then around December 15th or so, I also found this young lady. Now, in San Francisco, there was a famous Zen center. Did you hear about it during your years?
No, you might have referred to it before.
San
Uh,
Francisco Zen Center, I think it's called. And then there's the
yeah.
Tassajara Center, which is their offshoot, which is in more rural California.
Hmm. Yeah, I
And
feel
that's
like when
Shunryu
you
Suzuki.
what's that?
The founder was Shunryu Suzuki.
Ryu Suzuki. Okay,
Shunryu Suzuki.
that name rings a bell.
So like 1960s, you had the hippie movement. You had the what do they call that? Summer of Love, Haight
Yeah,
Ashbury.
right.
Um, Big part of that was that everybody was getting into Zen. Baby boomers really got into Zen. They were listening to Blonde on Blonde and Sergeant Pepper's band.
Lonely Hearts Band. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they were doing the Zen meditation. It was a hippie
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
Then the hippie stuff moved on. Shanryu Suzuki died. A moderating guy came in and
Hmm.
kind of guided the San Francisco Zen Center into a new era, which is more stable, less of
Hmm.
a kind of psychedelic feel.
Okay.
Um, and now he's old. He's in his 80s,
Hmm.
and he's still alive, but he's stepped down. And his successor is a young lady who's probably 35 years old.
Oh, okay.
Nicole Baden is her name, and she's on online all the time.
Okay.
She lives half the time in Germany,
Ah.
running a monastery there. She lives some of the time in San Francisco, and also some of the time in Colorado,
Oh,
running.
okay.
So she's busy, and she's online too, talking, and
Hmm.
I'm listening to her every day.
Nicole Baden.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then it also has her name has an honorific tacked tacked onto it.
Yeah.
Uh, Tatsukoda, some kind of name like that. If you look her up, if you put Nicole Baden in the YouTube, it'll also come up Nicole Baden Tatsukoda or some kind of word like
Okay.
that. That's her,
Honorific
it's like
title.
Mother Superior Nicole Baden. You know,
Right. Right.
it's Japanese word apparently.
Yeah. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm watching her every day, and I just decided I've got to share this with the group
Okay.
rather
Cool.
than I'm just going to share with you organically what's going on with me and where I'm going spiritually.
Yeah.
We want to do you and I want to foment the kindness revolution, right?
Right.
In the face of the cruelty revolution
Yeah.
that's going
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about the Olympics too, but I won't change the subject. But
Okay.
that's been inspiring. Um, and she is sharing things that are I'm just like oh I wish I'd heard this 20 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Meditation jewels, insights. You know, it's great what she comes up with. So I'm going to share those with you today.
All right.
Who's here with us today? Do we have anybody?
I mean, it looks like we might have someone watching. I don't see any information in our chat, but if you are watching and you are able to enter anything in chat, please feel free to do so. We definitely will
Hello
see it
to our
pop up.
watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And humorously, I don't know if our people know, I sent Claire the wrong link, and she wound up on our show there for a second.
Yeah,
That
in
was
the green room. Yeah.
that was pretty great.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not ready for this. But it was very nice of her to at least hang and then let us know that she's like, I'm in a coffee shop, and she was a good sport about it. But yeah, definitely yeah. If you're not ready to be on air and on camera, that's
Is that what she said? I'm not ready for this.
oh well. I mean, she didn't say that, but when we gave her choice. Like, hey, do you want to stay? And she's like, oh, I think I'll pass.
Right.
I'll catch you on
Oh, we
the
heard from
next one.
somebody.
Yeah, Mary's in here with us. Yeah,
Oh, Mary. Cat's up.
yeah. There's
Hello,
the
Mary McLaughlin, 5034.
there we go.
Good to have you. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah,
And it says Mary McLaughlin there instead of
yeah. Let's
Cat's up.
change the handle. I've seen a few folks. I don't know if YouTube did something to change the handle on folks, or if some people just you know it updates or changes or whatever. So
Maybe because it's coming over to, we switched over to Riverside.
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's because it shows that way on the actual YouTube platform. It shows their name that way. So yeah. So
Okay. And then we got another message.
oh, she was just saying howdy.
Howdy.
Yep. There we are.
Mary made a great soup today. I look forward to that being
Ooh,
my dinner.
that sounds delicious.
Smells tremendous. All right. Well, for starters, I want to say, like I told you, over the last 3 years, I've buckled down and I've really done a serious um, meditation practice, much more than ever before in my life. Mary can attest to you that this is so because we watch a movie and then she goes upstairs and then I retire to the meditation cushion. And
Okay.
it's almost without fail. And there has been, thank goodness, after all that work, there has been a change in me
Oh,
from this,
yeah.
and it's a subtle change, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Okay.
Um, which is simply, um, I prepared to talk to you about it. Now, coming up with the exact words is, um, meditation is supposed to relax your hold on the ego
Right.
and open you up to experience. And it's exactly that has happened for me.
Mm,
I did not put it in order and say, okay, meditation, I want you to do this. I was
right.
just open to what would happen.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. But when I go out to visit with a friend or meet someone or have a conversation on the phone or go downstairs in the morning and Mary's already up
Mm-hmm.
and start talking to her, I feel like I can drop ego concerns
Yeah.
and simply sort of relax into present moment
Mm,
of openness.
right.
And it feels also like it's a deepening thing, like it's happening more and more.
Yeah.
I'm more and more open. I'm more and more free. Freedom is a big word, a vocabulary word that would apply to what's going on with this.
Right.
I also feel like when it comes time for me to die,
Okay.
well, what's dying? Dying is the ego and the
Mm-hmm.
body, of course. Um, I'll be more relaxed about letting go.
Yeah. Okay.
There's there's a relaxation and an equanimity that's come. Also, this is kind of funny. Um, I noticed this about 3 weeks ago, and it turns out it is true. I have a stereo downstairs with a whole bunch of CDs. Yes, I'm still old fashioned. I still listen to CDs. I also listen to streaming, but
Yeah.
um, I like putting in the CDs. I hear it on a different level.
Mm,
Um,
interesting.
it's like I've gone from analog to digital.
Yeah. Interesting. So, like, even some processing, depth, perception of things seems to be heightened, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I hear
awesome.
Duke Ellington. I like him a lot, jazz musician. I put him on an album I didn't like in the past. When I bought it, I was like, "Oh, that's a waste of money."
Yeah.
I've held on to it for 30 years,
Well,
and I put it on. I'm like, "Ah, I'm really hearing the texture of the instruments."
yeah. Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of so a little bit of is that a particular um, practice associated with her style uh, uh, in Zen and meditation?
Yes,
I'm
it's Zen.
curious. Yeah.
It's Zen.
Okay.
So Zen is, well, we're going to get into that today. We might not get through it for the entire talk, but Zen is what I have practiced good part of my life, or a good part of my meditation life, I should say. Um, how do I describe Zen? They're very formal in the way that they tell you to sit.
Okay.
They have a cushion, a specific cushion, and you have your posture in a certain way. Your eyes are open halfway. Your
Mm.
hands are in what they call mudra, this thing,
Okay.
on
Mudra.
your lap.
Yeah.
They talk about how your shoulders should be relaxed. There's a lot of different aspects to it.
Yeah.
There it is. Tatsudo, Nicole, Baden, Roshi, they've even got on there. There you go.
Mm.
That Roshi means teacher.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but while they're formal and structured about posture that you take, they're also not structured about what your mind should do.
Mm.
They don't tell you, okay, now do this, this, and this. There's form meditation. There's different types of meditation. There's like hundreds of different types. Um, Form meditation where they say, okay, now follow this procedure. Think about this. Think about that. I've taken you all through form procedure when we've done
Right.
loving kindness meditation. You know, because it works better on the screen.
Yeah.
Um, this is formless meditation. Zen
Mm.
is. So you're just letting your she came up with a phrase. Um, the mind of meditation unfolds for each of us in our own unique way. That's what Zen
Mm.
is. Um, I'm going to read you some things that I got from Nicole Baden in
Okay.
the last 2 days. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Mary?
Yeah.
We've got 5 messages now. Is
Oh,
that?
the so that shows messages that I post to. So responding to Mary,
Ah, yes.
for you,
Okay.
and then I posted the Tatsudo Nicole Baden Roshi for name reference, so people viewing would know who to look up if they want to learn more about this practice.
Great. Okay. Marvelous. Yes. She's great. She's got all kinds of different 15-minute talks.
Nice.
She's very charming. Um, okay. She says, meditation is opening into a state of caring.
Mm. That sounds doable. I like that.
For you, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a state of meditation is staying, um, and it's also staying means a simple intention to don't move. So I have because of my stroke, I meditate in 2 ways now. I do the cushion, and then after about a half hour, I start falling over.
Oh.
I
Okay.
have bad balance,
Uh huh.
so I go and sit on a chair,
Okay.
and then I conclude the last 10 minutes back on the cushion.
Mm.
But for most people, it's don't move, just stay. And then as you're staying, as you're not moving, you're sitting there following the prescription of what how to sit. You're exploring your inner dynamics and how the mind functions. Have you ever
Hmm.
meditated, Nick?
I mean, just in the little practices I've either done with uh, kind of group guided sessions or what you've kind of put me through.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'd like to think that, you know, there's a bit of meditation in just observing and what I like to call noticing practices of being outside
Yes.
um, and going through kind of like, kind of an anxiety reducing process of, oh, I see this, I hear this, I feel this, I smell this, it's something, just exploring all those senses and then just sort of shutting down the noise in the brain and then being able to have that sort of heightened perception and awareness to everything else, and you're not listening to that inner noise, from an anxiety reducing sort of practice.
That
I guess
sounds
you could say that.
wonderful.
I guess you could say that's a form of meditation, right? Like
Seems
form
like it to me.
formless. There is a form, but it's formless. It's my little process.
Yeah.
Uh, and I've heard people go, talk about like going on a Zen walk where it's very much like that, but they're moving. So missing that piece of it, according to what this practice that Nicole is, yeah. So the stay part. So I suppose you could still do a Zen walk with some practice, but you're moving. So yeah, not sure how that
Yeah.
works.
I had a Zen uh, instructor that I was reading last summer who said when you're out on a walk, um, be mindful of the feel of your feet on the ground.
Mm,
Each step as it steps down.
yeah,
Be focusing on that while also being aware of the buzz around you. You know, the
yeah,
wind, other people walking by, cars driving past,
yeah,
leaves whistling, leaves rustling, etc., like that. Well, the reason I asked you about meditation is because
yeah.
every day, every time that I do it, the first 15 minutes, um, I sit down and I'm thinking,
Right.
you know, uh, the thinking is what is the script that I have co-written my mind with the society that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happens? I sit down and I'm thinking, wow, I think Chris Collinsworth did a good job in announcing last night.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that Budweiser commercial.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm supposed to be meditating now. I better stop this. I better put that down. But meanwhile, I've
Right.
got to say, um, Seattle had a good defense. Too bad
Yeah.
they gave up any runs, any points.
Yeah.
You know, my mind is firing.
Right. Yeah.
And finally, I'm like, I can put that down. It's like waking up from a dream where you're having a terrible dream and you wake up and you're, ah, I'm not in that terrible situation.
Yeah.
I'm in bed.
Mm-hmm.
With meditation, I'm not my mind. I'm not this um, this pitter patter, this roaring whitewater stream of thoughts.
Right.
I'm actually just sitting here at peace.
Mm-hmm.
Takes me about 10 or 15 minutes to get there,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, now I'm meditating actually. Okay, that's good. And
Mm-hmm.
then 5 minutes later, oh, I've got to get up in the morning and get ready for Nick.
Yeah.
Or wonder what Nick's doing right now with the Seahawks victory.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's and I think maybe we've talked about this before on here, that is the challenge that I've always found with meditation is that um, if it's not long enough, then I've only just stopped listening to all that thinking, um,
Yeah.
and really didn't enter a place of meditation. So, and it's interesting because you could tell as I answered that, it was kind of like, to be really honest, to get to that place, it's like, no, I've meditated to the point where I could be in a state of meditation, but it's like you get there and you're like, oh, wow, like that was such an accomplishment to get to that point of the noise not being there anymore. And you're like, cool, I did it. And you're like, well, yeah, that's,
Now sustain
that,
it for a minute.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you took
So
a
I've
breath.
got some jewels from Nicole.
Okay.
The stuff that I wish that I had heard from someone 25 years ago. My Zen master that I hung out with in Kentucky did not give me
Hmm.
instruction. He did not say. He just let me start sitting, which
Yeah.
has its own wisdom. I'm not
Hmm.
criticizing him, but I wish that he'd said this much. It's becoming the space in which your thoughts arise.
Mm.
So when we are going through life, we have thoughts which we think are um, the truth or an accurate observation of reality.
Right.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a thought, right?
Right.
And we also think we don't have any space between ourselves and that thought.
Yeah.
It's just this driving reality that's kind of overpowering.
Hmm.
Um, the shoe really does need to get tied right this minute.
Right.
You know, this thing that I'm thinking really is the deep, immutable truth. This observation that I'm making is accurate. You get a little bit of space, which is so providing of peace. This is the space I am, the space in which my thoughts arise.
Hmm.
Um, so I can look at my thoughts with a little bit of detachment and assessment, and also say, I'm going to set you aside for now and go back to meditating.
Right.
I'm going to be in empty space. Um, so you get s- some stability.
Right.
Oh, look at me with my thoughts. Oh boy, I must have watched the Super Bowl last night because I'm sitting here thinking about the how the Packers are going to get good next year with a
Hmm.
little more energy than I usually do.
Yeah.
So as we can get on the stage, that sort of thing.
Right.
Um, Becoming the space in which your thoughts arise. It's being present with your own aliveness, which is a very similar, uh, a very
Yeah.
similar dynamic as what
Being
she's.
present with your aliveness.
Yes, exploring the inner dynamic of how the mind functions. Different angle on the same thing.
Well, and I think what I'm hearing and I am appreciating about this is that it really gives grace and allowing that space to say part of the process is those thoughts. Part of the experience of the meditation is not um, to add stress because you're not meditating because you're thinking, right? Like it's more like, okay, just lean into this. You'll get to this state because you're allowing the space for it. So you're no longer thinking about how I shouldn't be thinking because we're giving you, we're honoring that as part of the process. Um, yeah, like it's okay you're thinking because you know you're creating a space where thoughts occur. You're creating and you're honoring those while at the same time, you know, it's a progression of sorts, right? Mm, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yes. And use this last night as an example. Last night, our uh, Super Bowl star was Bad Bunny, who did a show.
Oh yeah.
Um, nice music.
Hmm.
Um, and there was enormous amount of commentary about it online.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I've seen commentary. I've seen that there was the alternate pull or
Yes.
turning point was doing something different, or I don't know, with Kid Rock and yeah, so much unnecessary socio-political commentary about this, which is just silly.
Donald Trump weighed in.
Oh, did he about Bad Bunny?
He said that Bad Bunny was extremely offensive.
I mean, I didn't find anything offensive.
Me either.
Yeah.
So thanks to the Zen meditation, I think I would have taken the bait in the past and
Mm.
got mad at Trump and got mad at the detractors and made an angry comment. You know, now I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of people thinking thoughts about um, about Bad Bunny, and just able to drop it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking thoughts about Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's an interesting. I'm going to say one thing about that
yeah,
because I know we want to talk more about meditation, but um, when you step back and you just take this whole geo socio political stuff out of it, and you think about what is the NFL, it's a probably a half a trillion dollar industry, um, whose business model is to continue to grow and make more money. Like that's at the end of the day, it's a business, and they already have American business and interests. Like people who want to watch football, they already have them. They don't have to do anything different. They're not going to, and they've already proven they're not going to lose any fans either. Um, so yeah, they're trying to be a global sport, global recognition, and the biggest market that they can grow and expand to make billions more money is in the Latin American markets. They've already proven that. I mean, they've tested the waters with games in Mexico and Brazil, and I mean they're doing one in Australia next year. There's some in Europe. They know where they're like, okay, we performed really well from a financial standpoint. Let's target that audience. So I think that the NFL going with Bad Bunny was less about a social political statement and more about, hey, we just are targeting an audience that we want to capture more of. Like, and we already know we're not going to lose any American, you know, fan base because they want their football. So I think it was purely that, and the all the extra commentary and noise was just it's kind of sad, to be honest, that people draw up so much, you know, offense to it. And it's like, look, this has nothing to do with how you feel about it. The NFL wants to make more money, and this is how they're going to do it. Like, yeah. So
all publicity is good publicity.
yeah, and that works for them. So, but yeah, everybody kind of spinning it to make it sound as though it's against a statement against the current state of our government or anything like that. It's like, really? I mean, you could go there if you want, but at the end of the day, it was just a business move. Um, but I appreciated it. And I had no interest in Kid Rock and any alternative stuff, and I could see why he's a global hit, um, and he probably appeals to a lot of people across the globe. Um,
Who, Bad Bunny or
yeah,
Kid
yeah,
Rock?
yeah. Oh, not Kid Rock. No, no.
He had one song, didn't he? And that was it.
I don't know. I don't even. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I get yeah. So without derailing too much about that, because I think the message of meditation and those are just examples of noise and chatter and background that can intrude, space, thoughts, your own wellness to a degree. So yeah.
I've got more from Nicole.
Okay.
Um, we meditate in order to figure out how to be,
Mm,
how to deal with our life in the face of the non negotiable fact that everyone will change.
non-negotiable fact that everyone will change. Yeah.
At least we'll age, you know.
Yeah.
Our circumstances will differ. Kids will grow up. Um,
Right. Yeah.
we'll grow old.
And sometimes change is for better, and sometimes, depending on the circumstance, sometimes changes depending on the person and the change for worse. Hardship, challenge. It just, I mean, there's no rule on what change is. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love this one on a personal level. Um, just because over these last 3 years, I've really become very, very astute to what will not change and what will.
Mm,
Just about everything will change. That which will not change. Um, Switching out of Zen and into, I forget which one it was. It's a Hindu spiritual uh, discipline. It says, you are that which is uh, existing when you're fully asleep.
you are that which is existing when you are fully asleep.
We have different minds. We have a surface mind,
Right.
which is awake and thinking and adjusting and feeling and having thoughts running all over the place.
Right.
Um, then when you have a dream mind, even then you're still having images and reacting to those images, but all the way down into full asleepness.
Mm-hmm.
That's a part of you which is not going to change over
Mm.
time. And to be um, fully invested in that, that is the host mind, which will become the space in which your thoughts arise and which is present with your own aliveness. The host mind. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Mary, are you
Host
down
mind.
there still watching?
Yeah, we got a few on there. Looks like we have a few watchers at the moment. So
Oh, I got a few watchers.
yeah, number ticked up a bit there.
Hello to those who've come on board.
Yeah,
I love it when we have viewers who interact.
yeah. So t- break that down. This host mind, this idea of the host mind.
Yeah, it's
What-
so we have different levels to ourself,
Mhm.
and one is and I'm studying. Uh, it's interesting that all these Buddhists came up with all this stuff, 1,000 years ago, and other
Yeah.
traditions more or less 1,000 years ago. The Tibetans go back even further, and they have the host mind and all this sort of thing. This kind of language I'm using today,
Mm-hmm.
and now neuroscience is coming up with the same stuff.
Okay.
It's like they think they're inventing something, but there's
Yeah.
some very smart people who are saying, "Oh, let's bring these things together."
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
neuroscience with mindfulness.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah. So host mind is um, okay. Here's another way of putting it. Think of your mirror. Your mind as like a mirror, and all the different thoughts that you have and that you've acquired from your society, the attitudes, the unspoken assumptions, um, the motives, etc., the prejudices
Yeah.
are like sand on the mirror, so that you cannot see into the mirror anymore. You can't see your clear
Right.
reflection.
Yeah.
Another um, way of describing it is your mind is a pond,
Mm.
and the water has all the dirt has been stirred up, so the water isn't clear and pure.
Right.
So meditation is wiping the sand off the mirror so that you can see clearly,
Mm-hmm.
with peace and tranquility. And it's also the pond water settling
Yeah.
so that it's clear.
Right. Okay.
And that's the host mind when it's all clear.
Mm.
It even exists when the pond is stirred up and there's you know dirt in it and there's sand
Right.
on the mirror, but right now it's obscured. It will
Wow.
become cleansed, if you sit with it for long enough.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a that's some good imagery. I like that. That really helps. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We got a message on chat. I can't see the message, but I can
Oh,
see it.
Mary was just saying she's still here. Yeah. Mary's still here with us. Yep.
Good to have you, Mary. Yes, I'm here. Good, Mary.
Yeah.
So um, that's where we are today. Um, to transform the experience of permanence as appreciating fully the passing parade. Zen meditation is to transform the experience of impermanence into appreciation, loving fully the passing parade.
Mm.
Your beautiful date night that you
Yeah.
had, Nick, with your beautiful daughter, going to the
Yeah.
father-daughter dance.
Yeah.
You know, that's a beautiful moment. It's impermanent. She will grow
Right.
up. She'll
Yeah.
become a basketball star.
Ha. Yeah.
um, but to love the moment fully with deep appreciation.
Yeah.
You know, so to figure out how to deal with our life in the face of the one of the non-negotiable fact that everyone must change. Everything must change. I've already read that to you, but just
Mm-hmm.
reading it again just to
Really emphasize that. Yeah.
so if we want to uh, foster the kindness revolution,
Mm-hmm.
to do Zen meditation creates within you a mind awareness of a mind that's it's a pond that's not cloudy, a
Right.
mirror that's not covered in sand or soot,
Mm-hmm.
and a host mind that's not reactive to all of the different opinions and thoughts and arguments
Right.
that arose out of Bad Bunny
Right.
show last night, or the commercials that appeared last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to buy into, the arguing when there's nothing to argue about. It's just a show, you know.
Right.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
even when there is something to argue about, like for instance whether or not we should be killing people on the streets,
Ugh.
you can do it without buying into quite the same energy
Yeah.
that you would otherwise be buying it into. Does that make sense?
Right. No,
Mary,
it
does
does.
that make sense?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Because to counter that experience and this kindness revolution, kindness and caring. Um, yeah, you really do need to kind of turn down the volume on those things so that you can see the host, and so that going back to, I think the very first thing you said on this list was enter a place of caring.
Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you for bringing it back to that.
yeah.
Opening into a state of caring. Yeah.
Opening into a state of caring. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I like that.
Now we're at 3:58 my time. What is it? It's yours. Makes sense. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
I'm glad. The last thing she said, and it's a question,
Okay.
um, and I like it as a good way to leave people with. How is the mind of meditation calling you?
Mm.
I did not have an instant answer when I heard that. I heard it last night. Uh,
Say that again for us.
how is the mind of meditation calling you?
Mm. I like that. Yeah.
I do too.
Um, it's an invitation. It's a bid for this connection to yourself, right? Like,
Ah,
yeah, yeah. It's a bid for yeah. It's like, I mean, because there's a choice every day, and you choose. And again, you mentioned before your big commitment where you tried to your goal was 1,000 hours in 3 years of meditation. Well, every day that you chose to sit and meditate and to make space for that was a choice. But then there's also like, okay, well, you're not just here to sit for the fun of it necessarily. What brought you here today? What brings you here to this space today? That says, yeah, I'm gonna go. Um, and I mean, not to draw an, because they're so much different, but yet maybe a little bit similar because it's self care. But like when someone says, "Oh, I'm going to go exercise and I'm going to do these 5 things with these weights and move my body today," um, it's a little more simple. But you're essentially in the meditation state. You're exercising a different muscle of your
yeah,
mind, and
right.
yeah, so it's like, okay, so yeah, it's like, what brings you today, what are you carrying with you today that this space, this moment is here to help you with.
So people that were in the chat room for Nicole responded to that question.
Hmm.
I didn't think that any of us needed to respond to it because I thought it was something for us to meditate on over
Oh yeah,
over
what did they
time.
say in Nicole's commentary?
They said the mind of meditation is calling me to clarity in my life,
Oh.
to connectedness,
Mm.
to sensitivity. Somebody wrote down. I wrote this down here. Um, to valid knowledge about myself.
Mm.
Good stuff.
All of those
And
are,
Nicole
yeah.
responded to all that with saying, um, "You're bringing out wholesome qualities." Oh, somebody else said appreciation, and another person said to liberation from suffering over dumb thoughts, which is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know,
Yeah. I mean, and that's a good point. That it doesn't matter how you got there, whether you're doing it right, whether, whatever they, all those things aside, what matters is that you're there. And I mean, again, cliche phrase things here and now, right? And you showed up today for this, um, and that's in this moment. That's all that matters. So What are we? What's the flavor of this moment or this bid to yourself for clarity, connection, um, you know, a more I would say when I heard that one, uh, a more kind truth about yourself. And I say that because
ah,
of part of the self care is, I mean, we all talk about this, whether it be in therapy or meditations or other practices, but you know, to, it's like, what does it really mean to love yourself? And sometimes it's really hard to get there when you're replaying the tape on your life or your day or an interaction, and your lens is foggy, and you get a negative take on yourself, and you might need that space to come back and be like, look, I'm being plagued by, you know, negative self-talk or negative perceptions about myself, or, you know, how others see me, whatever it may be. So I like that. I, yeah, very cool. I like this
very cool.
Nicole Baden. Um, sounds like someone I could really get behind and explore some meditation with that.
Yeah. Well, we'll explore her more deeply next time as well.
Cool. I'm
And
excited.
we've got some other speakers that are online. Norman Fisher, he's out in San Francisco. He's a old codger like me, but he's been doing the meditation stuff for like 40 years.
Okay.
Um, who else? Rupert Spira. He's such an interesting character.
Hmm.
He is a great potter,
Hmm.
and he talks about instant enlightenment. He goes, everybody approaches meditation like they need to meditate for hours a day for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and that they'll be enlightened at the end of it. But enlightenment is here now.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. Um, he's an interesting character. I prefer Nicole because she's a young woman.
Hmm.
I mean that I like that Buddhism is branching out and having
Yeah.
a little more
It's good
diversity.
to have that different, a fresh perspective. That's, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
German accent. You know, I like the energy that she brings to the thing.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to more of our sessions and exploring more of Nicole Baden. Um, yeah, that'll be great. Um, Definitely can get behind that. I like her ideals or ideas, and um, what you've shared so far. Yeah. Well, to
Good,
our viewers, we thank you for popping in and making time for us today and joining. Or if you're watching this after the fact, then we appreciate that too. And yeah, any final thoughts, words, John?
no, thank you, Mary, for being with us today, and whoever else was uh, kind of watching without speaking.
Yeah.
That's allowed too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
sometimes I think people are able to just listen, even though they might not be able to pay attention or interact with chat. I mean, heck, if you're multitasking, you're on the go, you're doing stuff with your day in a coffee shop, wherever you may be, we appreciate you being here and part of the connection. So thank you. And John, I
100%.
appreciate you and everything you bring each week, and it really it's a bright spot in my visits with you,
Mine too. Good
virtual
to be
visits.
with you, Nick.
It's good to be with you.
Enjoy your afterglow.
Oh yeah,
That's
we'll
great.
enjoy that for a bit.
Keep representing the Seahawks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. All right. Talk to you later.
Peace, peace be with
Hey,
you.
yeah,
Thank you.
peace.